Hey guys, I'm Londie. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, the set is a little bit different today. I'm not in my living room. I'm actually in my bedroom. I'm getting ready to film a bedroom makeover haul. I'm actually getting ready to redecorate my bedroom and I'm gonna film that video. But before I film that one, I wanted to talk to you guys about a video that I saw by YouTuber Anna, whose YouTube channel is Glitterandlazers. I'm sure most of you know who she is. She's a very popular YouTuber. She made a video entitled Fat Girl Eating in Public. And when I saw the thumbnail, I'm like, okay. Like, so what? You know, we all eat. Like, but when I watched the video, it was more about Anna's struggles with eating in public as a plus size person.
As many of you know, I've been on a health journey this last year, and a lot of times that gets confused with a weight loss journey. It's not. One of the things I realized that I have a lot of discomfort around or doing, and that is part of the reason Katie is here for this video, is that I feel uncomfortable eating food in public. It's weird because I'm very comfortable sharing it on my stories, but I am not comfortable eating in public. And I don't know if this is from the quarantine or something that's like been residual, but it's something that I've noticed about myself.
Basically, the gist of the video is Anna and another young lady who has also had some struggles with her weight. They go around to different places and they're eating all of this food. And Anna's eating all of this food in public. Basically, I'm assuming to kind of get over her fear of eating what she wants to eat in public. And so as they're going to different restaurants, Anna's talking about her struggles. It was very relatable. So I kind of wanted to just talk about it a little bit. Now, I know that there are a lot of people, plus size and straight size, who have issues with eating in public. Growing up, I remember having friends who would not eat in front of certain people, usually men, right? A lot of women are like that. They don't want to eat in front of a man. They don't want to look greedy. They don't want to look like they overeat or anything like that. So that's something that's pretty common. You see that a lot in society. It's not really anything abnormal. But when it comes to a plus size person, it's a little different because it's more like people, when they see us, may already be making judgments about us. And so we don't want to further perpetuate those judgments by doing what people think fat people do. So that was kind of what Anna said in this clip.
Whatever I put in my body, because I am plus size, people will make an assumption about it. So like if I'm eating a salad, they'll be like, oh, good for her. She's changing her life. Or if I have a plate of French fries, it's like, look at her. She's just getting fatter. There is like no neutral food.
Now, I also know that some plus size people struggle with eating in public because if they've been plus size for an extended period of time, especially in childhood, chances are they were at some point made fun of for eating, right? So like it could have been at school, it could be at home with family, but at some point we may have been made to feel ashamed for whatever food we chose to eat. We may have been singled out because of whatever we were eating. And so because of that, a lot of us would rather just eat privately. Now, I've never really struggled with eating in public. That's just being honest. I think partially because I have such a big family. I'm the youngest of 7. I've always eaten around a lot of people. Like it's never been a thing. So I've never really felt insecure or felt uncomfortable eating in public. Whatever I want to eat, I'm going to eat it, okay? But I know that that's not the case for a lot of people. And I appreciate Anna making that video because it gives voice to people who struggle in this area. And so the majority of the reason why I even started my channel is because I wish I would have had someone when I was a teenager to relate to me. I was always the fat kid, so I always stuck out. So I was an easy target, literally. Okay. I wish that I would have had someone to really look up to, or someone to tell me that no matter what people say, no matter what people do, like, don't let that shape who you become. And if I would have had someone to tell me that, it would have saved me a lot of years of having to undo a lot of thoughts and negative feelings about myself, which I internalized from other people. So I want to do that for someone else. If you are younger and you're watching this video, if you are older and you're watching this video, and you have this fear of eating in public because you are afraid of being made fun of, I really want you to know that it is possible to get over that fear. I think that a lot of times when we have something with us for so many years, when we carry an issue, when we carry these burdens for so many years, we start to think that this is just how we are. For years, I told myself I'm just not a social person because I struggled with social anxiety. And I just assumed that, okay, that means that I just don't really want to be around people. I'm not a people person, but that's not true. I love people. I just do better socializing with a smaller group. The same is for you. Just because you may have struggled with eating in front of people, eating in public since you were a kid, it does not mean that you have to stay that way. And the only way that I know to get over these kind of fears is to do it. Now, obviously, we're in a pandemic, right? So I'm not saying just go out to eat, put yourself at risk or anything like that. But it won't last forever. At some point, we will hopefully continue on with our lives. And when we do, I hope that you will make a conscious effort, kind of like what Anna did, maybe not so extreme, but a conscious effort to face those fears. Because if you think about it, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can probably happen to someone who is afraid of eating in public is for someone to come up to them while they are eating their food and make fun of them in front of the entire restaurant. I mean, like, let's just say something like that extreme happens. Let's say the whole restaurant laughs. I mean, this is like something that out of a movie, right? But that's how these fears work. We build up things so big in our minds that we really believe that these things can happen, and so we'll steer clear from it. It happens and you're just feeling terrible, and it's just like, oh my God, I cannot believe that. And then you'll move on, and then you'll continue to live. I think that it's natural when you have experienced rejection and bullying and humiliation, like a lot of plus size people have. It is natural to want to protect yourself. Trust me, I am not minimizing that. I know what that is like. But we cannot continue to let the words of other people keep us from living our lives fully. There is so much to see and do in the world. And for years, decades, okay, I thought that I had to lose weight first before I could experience any of those things. The fact that I'm even here talking to you right now on YouTube is proof that you can change. I have wanted so badly to love and accept myself for so long, and it has been a journey, but I am better than I used to be. And I want to encourage you that you can also be better. It does not have to stay this way. You don't have to accept that this is just it. You don't have to accept that, well, I guess I'll just never eat in public. Well, I guess I'll never just show my arms. Well, I guess I'll just never travel. I guess I'll never wear that swimsuit. It doesn't have to be that way. And the only way to get over those kind of fears, the only way to cross those boundaries that we have put up is to do it. That's it. And the more that you do it, the easier that it will become. We only get one life here on this earth. One. And if I spend my years here so worried about how people will perceive me, how people will talk about me, what people will say about me, I will not allow myself to do anything, because people will always talk. We can't control what people do. That's just the scary part about the world, right? We can't control what other people do. All we can do is control what we do. And then the truth of the matter is, people really don't care that much about us. It's just so much in our heads. And I know that it comes from a lot of times things that we've experienced, but in general, people really aren't thinking about us like we think they are. I know I don't think about people like that. I don't. I'm thinking about my own life, and most people are like that. And if you come across somebody who is thinking about other people, or who is critical of other people, or who will make fun of other people, it says more about them than anything. That means that they have some issues. It has nothing to do with you. If we really just think about these things that we are so afraid of and really pick them apart, we'll realize that we are making things bigger than what they need to be. Whatever it is that you struggle with doing in public, if it's eating, if it's swimming, if it's wearing a dress, if it's showing your arms, whatever it is that you have not done because of other people, I sincerely hope and pray that you can get to a place to where those things are so small. I just recently started going back to therapy. Counseling is very, very effective when you have a good counselor, because once you say some of this stuff out loud, you start to realize like, oh wow, like I'm really blowing this up. Like it's really in my head, and it can help you to see it for what it really is. It can help to minimize it, to make it smaller so that it doesn't seem so impossible. Once I saw that video, I just wanted to at least kind of give my thoughts about it, because it just bothered me. I hate that we carry so much baggage as plus size people. I hate that we have been so hurt and rejected and ridiculed that we just kind of go into like a shell, a cocoon, and we just stay there. So if that's where you are, just know that there is hope, that you can change. If you look at me and probably majority of the plus size influencers that you see, we have had to overcome something in order to get where we are today. So if it can happen for me, it can certainly happen for you. I have a video about how I became more confident. If you want to see that, I'll go ahead and link a card up here so that you can check that out. All right, guys, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye.